Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Today I'm going to show you how I make these amazingly healthy, crunchy and tasty jerkies for my dogs without any dehydrator or oven. These jerkies are so much better from the one that we buy from store because we know exactly what we have put in it. So let's get started. First step is cutting. Cutting is one of the most important part, but before anything, make sure that you have washed the meat properly and sanitize your hands and all the equipments. Cutting should take about 30 to 40 minutes. And cut pieces should be lean and thin stripes. As you can see, I'm trying my best to make these pieces as lean and thin as possible. Only then the air can pass through it and we'll get crispy jerkies. Also, be careful not to cut your fingers. Once you start making these treatos on regular basis, cutting process gets easier every time. And always remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. Here I dab my meat with tissue paper so that it can soak the water and meat is not slippery. I have used a sharp knife here, but you can also use a pair of sharp scissors. I have used chicken breast to make this particular jerkies, but you can use any muscle meat like chicken thighs or even mutton. Second step is drying. Here I am using this cage to dry my meat, but you can use any cloth drying stand or anything available as long as the air can pass through the meat easily. But always make sure to wash and sanitize these platforms properly. I dried these under maximum ceiling fan speed on and off again for 48 hours. Jerky should dry about 90 to 95%. As you can see, I am putting these pieces at effective distance for effective drying. Now that I have hung everything properly, I'm gonna come back in 24 hours. After 24 hours, I can see that my meat has dried about 40 to 45%. I'm gonna let it dry for 24 more hours. 48 hours later, my meat is all done. I am satisfied with its drying. It is dried about 90 to 95%. Here I am just picking all the dried pieces and making sure that it doesn't break as much. It's very important to make sure that no flies or insects sits on your meat while drying. And here we have our beautifully dried jerkies. Step 3. Storing. What I'm doing here is snapping some of these long jerkies into smaller pieces. As jerkies at this point is crispy and crunchy, it will be easy for me to snap them. I use these small pieces to train my dogs so that I don't overfeed them. Here you can see small pieces and long pieces of jerkies. To store these small pieces, I use this airtight glass jar. I keep these treatos for 2 weeks in this jar and it stays very good without any preservative. To store the long pieces, I'm using this jar. Make sure to store these at warm and dry place. Ta-da! Here we have our tasty, healthy, handmade, homemade jerkies. I hope you guys will give it a try and your pets will enjoy this delicious treatos. Like, share, subscribe. Bye!